In the vast darkness of space, there are realities that lie beyond our grasp, and perhaps some that should forever remain a mystery. This journey will steer you through the most bizarre horrors of the cosmos, from impossible worlds and logic-defying phenomena to enigmas that cast a shadow over everything we comprehend. For the next 2 hours, you will venture far from Earth, plunging directly into the great unknown. There is no cause for alarm. Simply listen, and allow the void to share its secrets. Have you ever questioned whether humanity is truly solitary in the universe? The answer could be significantly more intricate than you assume. Imagine for a moment a colossal ocean where each galaxy is a wave, and every solar system a mere bubble. Within this cosmic sea, an untold number of habitable worlds might flourish. But what if their inhabitants deliberately conceal themselves from us? This idea, that the universe operates as a dark forest where survival demands silence, compels us to reevaluate the very foundation of our existence. The puzzle of dark matter is equally captivating, despite being completely invisible to us. We are certain of its presence, much like the air you breathe. This unseen substance accounts for the majority of the universe's mass, yet it stands as one of the most profound enigmas in science. What is the true nature of dark matter? Is it possible that it constitutes a fundamental aspect of our environment that we are simply incapable of perceiving, an unseen stage for the drama of our lives? Now, let's entertain the notion that highly advanced civilizations are observing us at this very moment. The zoo hypothesis posits that we might be subjects in a cosmic preserve, watched over by beings so evolved they refrain from interfering in our development. If this were the case, what would it signify for humanity? It could mean we are being subtly guided by unseen forces, or it might suggest we are nothing more than a curiosity for their observation, forcing us to question our own importance on the grand cosmic stage. The universe is not merely a place of breathtaking beauty. It is also in a state of perpetual transformation. The ongoing expansion of the cosmos introduces a deep layer of uncertainty into our reality. With every passing second, the universe recedes further from our grasp, altering the very fabric of time and space. What does this imply for its ultimate destiny? The concept of a final, unavoidable end can be frightening, yet it also inspires us to value each fleeting moment and every star that glimmers in the night sky. Should the cosmos be fated to die in a state of maximum entropy, where no usable energy or life can persist, the heat death of the universe would represent the bleakest imaginable outcome. This awareness of our own fragility within such an immense cosmos, however, is precisely what drives our quest for answers and a more profound comprehension of who we are. Cosmic strings, which are theoretical defects in the continuum of spacetime, also provide a disturbing window into the universe's structure. Think of them as immense scars across the cosmic fabric, possessing the power to warp reality in ways we can't yet fathom, with consequences as terrifying as they are vast. We also cannot overlook the compelling prospect of a parallel universe constructed entirely from antimatter. If such a realm exists, what might happen if our world ever made contact with it? This thought experiment pushes us to reconsider the essential properties of matter and its counterpart, and to ask whether the reality we experience is just one fragment of a much larger, more complex whole. The principle of quantum tunneling further challenges our conventional understanding of physics. Picture yourself passing directly through a solid wall, disappearing from one side and reappearing on the other, a phenomenon suggesting the universe is filled with possibilities that defy our established rules. As we delve deeper into the cosmos, we must also face the idea of discovering remnants left by long-extinct civilizations. The notion of a cosmic graveyard serves as a powerful meditation on the delicate nature of all life. What insights could we gain from those who have already disappeared? Their forgotten stories may serve as a stark warning that our own time in the universe is finite. Vacuum metastability events offer an even more terrifying possibility. The idea that the very vacuum of space is unstable and could spontaneously collapse, erasing everything we know in an instant, and forcing us to question the very stability of our existence. The disquieting hypothesis of the Boltzmann brain proposes that, in the far future, isolated and context-free consciousnesses could flicker into existence through random fluctuations. This concept forces us to wonder if our own existence is merely a statistical anomaly in a chaotic universe, prompting a deep reconsideration of consciousness and personal identity on a cosmic scale. Meanwhile, rogue black holes pose a more immediate, hidden menace within the celestial ocean. These cosmic predators can drift undetected through space, capable of consuming anything that crosses their path, reminding us that we remain vulnerable despite all our technological advancements. Neutron star collisions offer another glimpse into the sheer violence the cosmos can unleash, generating powerful gravitational waves that warp spacetime itself. These cataclysmic events demonstrate that the universe is teeming with phenomena that test the limits of our comprehension. Finally, the Big Rip theory proposes a dramatic end where the accelerated expansion of the universe ultimately tears apart all matter, from galaxies down to individual atoms. This startling scenario highlights the fragility of the cosmos and the transient nature of our own lives. Yet, faced with this void, it is our curiosity that ignites our search for meaning, driving us to understand our place in it all. The cosmos is an immensely expansive and enigmatic realm, and from its depths, a rather unsettling concept has taken shape: the dark forest hypothesis. This theory presents a deeply troubling possibility by drawing an analogy to a shadowy woodland, suggesting that within the universe, civilizations must maintain absolute silence as a prerequisite for their own survival. This leads to a fundamental question about the very nature of existence and what kind of life might populate the cosmos. Picture yourself in a dense, foreboding forest where every snap of a twig could signal a lethal threat. In this environment, any creature must move with extreme caution. According to this hypothesis, the universe operates on a similar principle, where each civilization is like an animal in the woods. Any form of noise, such as broadcasting radio signals or emitting brilliant light, could attract the unwanted attention of hostile entities. It is a chilling thought that the cosmos might not be a welcoming expanse, but rather a dangerous and predatory territory. The dark forest hypothesis posits that highly developed civilizations have consciously opted for silence as a means of self-preservation. Just consider the immense challenge of attempting to communicate with other intelligent species while knowing they could represent a mortal danger. This cosmic quiet is not a mere accident or choice. It is a fundamental survival tactic. Consequently, you could be surrounded by countless advanced societies, yet remain entirely unaware of them because they have deliberately chosen to stay concealed in the shadows of space. This profound silence across the cosmos naturally prompts further inquiry. Does it mean we are truly isolated in our quest for intelligent companionship? Or could it be that we are simply unable to hear anyone because we have not yet mastered the art of being quiet ourselves? The stark reality may be that the universe is an enormous and frequently unforgiving place. In such a setting, perhaps the most sensible approach is to remain hidden, carefully observing and gathering knowledge without ever revealing your own presence. The notion of the universe as a dark forest compels you to reevaluate your own existence and that of other potential civilizations. If we were to one day confirm that we are not alone, our reaction remains a great unknown. Would we seek alliance or perceive them as an immediate threat? Throughout our history, humanity has been defined by a deep-seated fear of the unfamiliar. Every major breakthrough has been greeted with a combination of intense curiosity and profound apprehension, a duality that is arguably central to what makes us human. As you continue to probe the depths of space, the chance of discovering life will always be intertwined with the risk of encountering something you would rather have left undisturbed. Nature itself has demonstrated that predators often hunt from the cover of darkness. In the cosmic arena, this translates into the unnerving possibility that we could be either the hunter or the hunted. Imagine receiving a signal from a distant star. You would have no way of knowing if it were a message of peace or a dire warning. And this deep uncertainty lies at the very heart of the dark forest hypothesis. We are caught in an existential conflict, torn between our innate desire for knowledge and a primal fear of what that knowledge might reveal. This forces you to confront a critical dilemma. Is it wiser to stay within the familiar darkness, or should we take the risk of stepping into the light to see what lies beyond our cosmic shores? This theory's implications extend beyond intelligent life, suggesting that the universe itself can act as a predator. After all, phenomena like black holes serve as a stark reminder that what you cannot see can be exceptionally deadly. The entire arc of human history is woven with tales of encounters with the unknown, and each one has reshaped our comprehension of reality. Every time you gaze at the night sky, you do so with a mix of hope for answers and a quiet dread of what those answers might be. This hypothesis acts as a mirror, reflecting our own nature and forcing us to question our deepest intentions. How would you truly act if you learned that other intelligent beings were out there? Our insatiable curiosity is a powerful driver of progress, but it also carries inherent dangers. In a universe where silence may be the ultimate shield, the wisest strategy might be to learn how to listen intently before we decide to broadcast our presence. Ultimately, the dark forest concept underscores the sheer fragility of our existence. In a cosmos potentially filled with civilizations locked in a struggle for survival, any connection you might make would be far more complex than you can imagine. Contemplating this hypothesis encourages a more measured and cautious approach to our exploration of space, as every signal sent and every question posed could have unforeseen repercussions. Dark matter stands as one of the universe's most profound enigmas. Although it is completely invisible and intangible, scientists believe it constitutes roughly 85% of the total mass in the cosmos. This means the vast majority of our universe is made of something you can neither see nor touch. Can you conceive of a reality where the most substantial component of your world is entirely hidden from sight? It would be akin to standing in a room filled with furniture, yet being able to perceive only a tiny fraction of the objects actually present. Despite its invisibility, the influence of dark matter is undeniable, and its perplexing effects have kept scientists engaged for many decades. The evidence for its existence comes from observing the way galaxies behave, particularly how they spin. When astronomers track the movement of galaxies, they witness a peculiar phenomenon. Stars located at the outer rims are orbiting far faster than the laws of physics would permit, based on the amount of visible matter. It is like watching dancers on a stage spinning at an impossible speed, even though there is not enough music or energy to explain their velocity. This perplexing observation is what points to the existence of an enormous, unseen mass providing the extra gravitational pull. This astronomical puzzle finds its resolution when we introduce the idea of something else, an invisible substance that exerts a powerful gravitational force. That substance is what we call dark matter. To understand its effect, imagine you are in a field and you toss a ball into the air. You expect it to travel a certain path as Earth's gravity pulls it back down. But if an unseen force were also tugging on the ball, it would move in a completely unexpected way. This is precisely how dark matter influences the stars and galaxies throughout the universe. Think of an invisible influence whose existence reshapes the movement and arrangement of galaxies, making them spin in a manner that defies our comprehension. But what, precisely, is this dark matter? The truth is, we still lack a definitive answer. Scientists have put forward numerous hypotheses, with some suggesting it is composed of undiscovered exotic particles, such as weakly interacting massive particles, or WIMPs. Alternative theories posit that it could be a manifestation of dark energy, another concept that resides at the very frontier of our knowledge. Picture the entire cosmos as a colossal puzzle, where dark matter represents the missing pieces, creating voids in the image that we are still unable to fill. One of the most compelling mysteries is why we have yet to observe it, given its overwhelming abundance. The explanation lies in its refusal to interact with light or conventional matter as we do. It's as though dark matter is a guest at a gathering who prefers to remain unseen, yet its influence is undeniably felt, shaping the motion of everything in its vicinity. Dark matter also presents profound questions regarding the universe's fundamental architecture. Without its presence, the vast majority of galaxies would simply fly apart. It serves as a kind of unseen adhesive binding them together. This cosmic glue is not only crucial for individual galaxies, but is also a component of the larger cosmic web, a network that links the various structures across the universe. Imagine a vast spiderweb, with each filament securing its position and ensuring the stability of the entire construction. Some researchers even propose that dark matter could hold the secret to how the very first galaxies took shape following the Big Bang. Can you grasp the idea that, without this enigmatic substance, the universe as we perceive it might not even be possible? Galaxies, stars, and indeed, our very existence could be consequences of dark matter's influence, which molds reality much like a thief in the night, all without revealing its methods or identity. As our investigation into this enigma deepens, the question inevitably arises: will we ever succeed in detecting dark matter? The answer remains uncertain, but scientists are relentlessly pursuing this goal. A variety of experiments are underway, from deep underground laboratories to powerful telescopes, all searching for any trace of these elusive particles. This endeavor is akin to a game of hide-and-seek with a participant who has an uncanny talent for finding the ultimate hiding place. Every breakthrough, no matter how minor, inches us closer to the truth. And if we do finally capture even a faint signal of dark matter, what would that discovery signify for our model of the universe? It would mark a major step toward understanding not only the composition of our cosmos, but also our own place within it. Such a discovery could unlock a host of new possibilities, from the potential existence of other dimensions to entirely new laws of physics that we can currently only dream of. Dark matter is more than just a scientific puzzle. It serves as an invitation to contemplate our own inherent curiosity. Why do we possess this drive to find answers to the great unknowns? It might be that, at our core, we are all seeking connection and a way to comprehend how we fit into this immense universe. Dark matter is a powerful reminder that there is still so much more left for us to discover. Ultimately, this profound mystery imparts a critical lesson. The quest for knowledge is rarely a direct route. At times, the process of the journey itself holds as much importance as the final destination. As we persist in probing the secrets of dark matter, we come to understand that each solution we uncover may simply unlock a door to even more profound questions. In this expansive cosmos, new enigmas will always be waiting to be found. So the next time you gaze up at the star-filled sky, consider that behind every star and galaxy, a hidden presence may lurk. It is a constant reminder of the intricacy and magnificence of the cosmos, and of the fact that the search for answers is a journey without an end. While dark matter has tested the limits of our knowledge, it has also fueled our determination to continue exploring. In a universe teeming with mysteries, one can only wonder what other secrets are waiting for us. If you have ever had the sensation of being watched without knowing by whom, imagine yourself standing in a dense forest, enveloped by towering trees and deep shadows. You are aware that creatures inhabit the woods around you, yet you cannot see them. This feeling of being small and vulnerable, conscious of unseen eyes observing from the darkness, is much like the scenario outlined by the zoo hypothesis. An intriguing concept that asks us to entertain the notion that we are not alone, but are, in fact, being watched. The zoo hypothesis proposes that highly advanced civilizations exist, and they have opted to observe us from a distance rather than engage with us directly. But what is their motivation for such an approach? It is as if humanity is part of a vast cosmic experiment, a sort of celestial reality show with us as the unwitting stars. These beings monitor our journey, our progress, and our evolution, but they abstain from any form of intervention, which leads one to question whether this is for our own good, or if a more obscure motive lies behind their observation. Let's think about the character of these potential civilizations. What if they are so sophisticated that they have transcended the conflicts and material needs that still plague us? In their reality, warfare and violence might be relics of a distant past. Perhaps they have reached a state of being where their primary drivers are curiosity and the acquisition of knowledge. By studying us, they may be attempting to understand how a young, developing species navigates its own formidable challenges. The idea that we are being monitored without our consent also brings up serious questions about our privacy. How would we react if we confirmed that we were under the constant scrutiny of these superior beings? Would we be at ease knowing that all of our failures, struggles, and moments of triumph are being meticulously documented and analyzed? This disquieting thought could compel us to reevaluate our own existence and place greater value on our interactions with one another, all while wondering about the silent audience beyond. It is possible that these civilizations operate under a strict ethical framework that forbids them from interfering with our natural course of development. Just as conservationists on Earth avoid disturbing wildlife to allow for natural growth, these observers might adhere to a non-interference principle to ensure our civilization evolves on its own terms, free from outside influence. This would make their observation an act of scientific preservation, rather than one of passive entertainment. Imagine a biologist observing an ant colony, careful not to interfere. In the same way, cosmic observers might decide it's best to allow us to forge our own destiny. Yet, is non-intervention truly in our best interest? There are moments of crisis when a bit of help is precisely what a civilization needs most. This idea of being watched also makes you wonder how such beings would ever make contact. If they are out there, what method might they use to reveal that we are not the only ones? And could it be that their signals are so refined that they escape our detection entirely? It's possible the cosmos speaks to us through bizarre occurrences or phenomena we cannot explain, with these events perhaps being their messages veiled in enigma. Let's delve into what this hypothesis implies for humanity. If you accept that we are living in a celestial sanctuary, what does that say about our personal freedom? Can you ever be truly free if your choices are shaped by the knowledge that you are being observed? This notion is simultaneously unsettling and empowering, because in the end, we are accountable for our own conduct, no matter who might be watching. This hypothesis also compels you to consider our own journey as a species. The presence of other civilizations observing us suggests there's a potential for progress and evolution that we haven't yet attained. Their fascination with us might be a reflection of the beings we could eventually become, making you question if they are simply waiting for us to make our next evolutionary leap. The concept of being an exhibit in a cosmic menagerie underscores our smallness in the universe, yet it also fosters a profound sense of belonging. The fear of cosmic isolation is widespread, but the idea of being watched can offer a strange comfort, a sign that we may not be so alone after all. Contemplating a cosmic zoo also encourages a re-evaluation of our own history and future. What if humanity one day achieves a stage of development where we choose to observe emerging civilizations? This would create a remarkable cycle of learning and observation, where human curiosity could position us as the new stewards of the cosmos. We must, however, remember that being watched is no guarantee of protection from cosmic perils. At times, observation is driven by pure curiosity, not a desire to safeguard, which leads to a difficult question. If advanced observers exist, what stops them from intervening if they witness us heading toward disaster? Ultimately, the zoo hypothesis is a powerful invitation to contemplate our place in the cosmos, challenging you to examine your relationship with the universe and all its unknowns. Inquiry is a core component of our nature, and by considering these possibilities, you deepen your understanding of the human condition. The quest for answers about our existence is a journey without end. By entertaining the notion that we are being observed, perhaps we move a fraction closer to grasping our role in the immense tapestry of reality. This idea inspires us to never stop questioning, to continue our search, and to keep curiosity alive in our hearts. The sheer scale of the universe is a notion that can feel staggering. But did you know that within this vastness, something truly remarkable is happening? This phenomenon is the expansion of the universe itself. Picture yourself blowing up a balloon. With each breath, the surface stretches, and any dots you've drawn on it drift further from one another. This is a simple model for how the cosmos operates. Ever since the Big Bang, every galaxy has been receding from every other, generating the boundless space we now inhabit. As the universe continues to stretch outward, a genuinely startling trend has emerged. The speed of this expansion seems to be picking up. This discovery forces you to wonder about the ultimate destination of this cosmic acceleration. Imagine you're a passenger in a car that's constantly gaining speed, but with no brakes to be found. Would you feel secure? That unsettling sensation mirrors what we feel when we ponder the universe's ultimate fate. This relentless expansion could propel us toward outcomes we can barely begin to comprehend. One of the most compelling theories regarding the universe's end is known as the Big Rip. Think of the fabric of space-time being stretched taut. If you pull it too far, that material will eventually shred, which is exactly what this theory proposes. In the far distant future, should this acceleration persist, every structure, from galactic clusters down to the very atoms composing your body, could be violently torn asunder. It is a terrifying thought that the very cosmos that sustains us could one day simply disintegrate. And faced with this, what can you do? The answer is stark. Nothing. Yet, acknowledging that some forces are beyond your control can be a source of liberation, allowing you to accept that we are all part of something immeasurably larger than ourselves. This relentless expansion also urges us to reconsider our perception of time. When you gaze at the stars, you are literally looking into the past, as the light from distant suns can take millions of years to cross the void and reach your eyes. This means every glance at the night sky is a journey back through cosmic history, observing a universe in constant flux. While you exist in this present moment, considering these concepts, you face a profound paradox. If the universe is always expanding, is there a boundary to it all? An edge you can never reach? The idea of an infinite cosmos can be bewildering, much like being adrift in an endless ocean with no shoreline in any direction. That is the feeling we get when we truly contemplate the immensity of space. The expansion of the cosmos introduces the profound idea that there is something far greater beyond our current understanding. What if vast regions of the universe exist that we can never hope to explore? Certain scientific theories propose that, limited by the speed of light, entire sections of the cosmos remain forever beyond our grasp. What marvels might they conceal? And what secrets are waiting to be found? As you consider this, it's vital to recognize that science is in a state of perpetual evolution, with astronomers and physicists making daily discoveries that reshape our perception of reality. As new technologies and observational techniques permit us to gaze deeper into space than ever before, we are led to a fascinating question. What monumental discoveries lie on the horizon? Contemplating the universe's expansion also encourages us to examine how it influences our view of time itself. If the cosmos is not only expanding but also accelerating, what does that imply about the lifespan of our existence? Human life is astonishingly brief, a fleeting instant against the immense backdrop of cosmic history. Yet within this short window, we possess the remarkable ability to wonder, to learn, and to search for answers. This cosmic context starkly reveals the fragility of our own being. As the universe carries on its outward journey, our species must strike a delicate balance between our innate curiosity and a deep respect for the unknown. It serves as a powerful reminder that while we may be insignificant in scale compared to the grandeur of the cosmos, every one of us contributes to this collective pursuit of knowledge. The continued expansion also prompts us to question the long-term future of life itself. If the cosmos is destined to expand indefinitely, how might this impact any civilizations that call it home? Is it possible that stars and galaxies will drift so far apart that they eventually vanish from our night sky? The concept of a starless firmament is deeply unsettling, yet it represents a potential reality within a universe defined by constant change. Ultimately, this cosmic expansion urges us to reflect upon our own position on this vast stage, reminding us that every atom in our bodies connects us to the stars and galaxies all around us. Although the future is steeped in uncertainty and may hold daunting challenges, it is also a realm of infinite possibility. Human curiosity is the engine that compels us to keep exploring, to never stop asking questions, and to always continue dreaming. Have you ever had the feeling that the universe surrounding us is brimming with mysteries and surprises? It's a vast expanse where each star holds its own unique narrative, and every corner conceals truths we have yet to uncover. But what if I were to tell you that within all this magnificence lies a deeply unsettling prospect? The notion that the universe might conclude in a state of maximum entropy, a scenario commonly known as the heat death of the universe. Picture a reality where all energy has uniformly dispersed, where stars have depleted their nuclear fuel, and no light or warmth persists. In such a state, the universe would become a cold, desolate void, where all motion and life, as we comprehend them, have entirely ceased. This potential endpoint is a consequence of the laws of thermodynamics, which dictate that energy naturally spreads out, always moving toward a state of equilibrium. When this balance is finally achieved across the entire cosmos, we would have reached what is called heat death. To better grasp this idea, consider a simple glass of hot water placed in a cold room. With time, the thermal energy from the water will radiate into the surrounding air until both the water and the air arrive at an identical temperature. At that moment, the system has achieved equilibrium, illustrating the fundamental principle of entropy. Everything in nature tends toward a state of greater disorder and balance. In a universe that is gradually cooling and dimming, the brilliant stars you see today would one day burn out, leaving their planets adrift in perpetual darkness. Since life as we know it is fundamentally dependent on the light and energy produced by these stars, what kind of future would await us without them? The heat death scenario suggests the absolute end of everything we hold dear, a silent, vacant cosmos with no more stories left to be told. However, this may not be the only possible outcome. Numerous theories propose that instead of a definitive conclusion, the universe might undergo endless cycles of creation and destruction. For instance, the Big Crunch hypothesis suggests the universe's expansion could reverse, causing everything to collapse back into a singularity, potentially igniting a new Big Bang. Could this idea of cosmic cycles provide a more hopeful alternative to the finality of heat death, offering a form of perpetual continuity instead of a single, catastrophic end? Regardless, the theory of heat death acts as a profound reminder of the transient nature of our reality. If you have ever felt that your own time is finite, just imagine that same principle applied to the entire universe. It compels us to think deeply about our place in the cosmos and the ephemeral quality of life itself. Faced with this knowledge, we are left to ask what we should do with the time that we have. How can we extract the most meaning from every moment in this vast and enigmatic universe? Science provides a framework for confronting the seeming inevitability of heat death. By continuing our exploration of the cosmos, we pursue answers to the most fundamental questions of our existence. Are there other civilizations out there facing the same ultimate fate? Are they, too, searching for methods to survive beyond this cosmic finale? These questions force us to consider our own nature and our remarkable capacity to adapt and innovate, even when facing the greatest of challenges. Some scientists maintain that even if heat death is the universe's ultimate destiny, humanity has an immense stretch of time to make discoveries that could reshape our future. It is entirely possible that along our journey, we will uncover novel sources of energy or develop technologies that allow us to prolong our existence far beyond current imaginings. After all, insatiable curiosity and the relentless pursuit of knowledge lie at the very core of being human, driving us to push forward and explore, even when the path ahead is entirely unknown. From this perspective, the universe's heat death is more than just an abstract idea. It serves as a potent reminder of life's delicate nature, urging us to value each moment and discover beauty within uncertainty. While the cosmos can appear intimidating, it is also overflowing with marvels and chances for discovery. So, even if an inevitable heat death awaits, our lives and the stories we create can still be vibrant and full of meaning. Whenever you look at the stars, let them serve as a reminder that you are an integral part of an immense cosmic web. The concept of the universe's heat death teaches us that while the final chapter may be desolate, the journey itself holds the true essence of our existence. In the end, what truly counts is not just the destination, but the way we live our lives and the legacy we choose to build. Contemplating the universe's distant future makes us acutely aware that time is a precious and finite resource. Every second is significant, and each question we pose moves us a little closer to grasping our own place in the cosmos. Therefore, confronted by the potential for a universe succumbing to entropy, let us persist in our efforts to explore, to learn, and to embrace life completely, turning the search for answers into a beacon of hope in a sea of ambiguity. Ultimately, the theory of the universe's heat death provides an opportunity to reflect on our own existence and the influence we have on the world. In this boundless cosmos, every thought, every action, and every breakthrough carries weight. So let us continue to question, to seek, and above all, to live with a sense of wonder and curiosity. Because while the universe may have an end, our stories can endure. Cosmic strings stand as one of the most captivating yet unsettling theories to emerge from modern physics. I want you to picture an immense, impossibly thin strand, like spaghetti, stretching from one end of the universe to the other. This strand, however, is not made of food, but is a direct manifestation of the structure of spacetime itself. What if I were to tell you that these cosmic threads could be flaws in the very fabric of reality? And what might the consequences be for us and our existence? This idea suggests that during the initial moments following the Big Bang, the universe experienced a period of phenomenal expansion. It's theorized that these strings could have formed during that chaotic process, becoming super dense lines of energy woven throughout the cosmos. You might ask why we should be concerned with something so abstract and far away, but the answer is found in the extraordinary properties these structures are thought to possess. When we discuss cosmic strings, the implications are not merely theoretical. Their existence could lead to real and catastrophic consequences for all known matter. Imagine a string pulled incredibly taut. If one were to pass near our solar system, it could generate a gravitational force so immense that it might disrupt Earth's orbit, or even rip our planet to pieces. This scenario may sound like science fiction, but it is a possibility grounded in the laws of physics. Although we have yet to find any direct proof of their existence, physicists have developed mathematical models that support the possibility of their formation. The study of gravitational waves, which are ripples in spacetime created by colossal cosmic events, could also offer clues. It makes you wonder if we might one day detect a vibration that confirms their presence in our universe, radically altering everything you thought you knew. As we explore this fascinating theory further, new questions about the nature of time itself emerge. The theory of cosmic strings suggests they could enable space and time to interact in ways we cannot yet comprehend. If these strings can indeed warp time, what effect would that have on our fundamental perception of reality? The mere possibility forces us to confront the inherent fragility of our universe. Each hypothetical string represents a potential weakness in the fabric of reality, and it's both terrifying and fascinating to imagine a universe where they could alter our destiny. There is also a more unsettling idea, that these strings might be linked to other universes. If you consider that our cosmos may not be the only one, these strings could form a vast network of interconnected realities, where a single twitch in one could have untold consequences in dimensions we've never even dreamed of. If cosmic strings do exist, and we develop the means to detect them, our understanding of the cosmos would be completely transformed. Such a discovery would trigger a radical shift in our perception of the universe, compelling us to rethink all our foundational theories of matter and energy. It is our innate human curiosity that compels us to explore these unknowns, and cosmic strings could be the key to unlocking new frontiers of knowledge. As we continue our search for answers, it is vital to remember that science is advancing at an astonishing rate, and what seems like fantasy today could become established fact tomorrow. This theory's beauty is in its capacity to inspire awe, reminding us that the universe is full of surprises. In this vast network of existence, Every question we ask weaves another thread into the grand cosmic tapestry, and we have yet to learn what stories these strings will tell us when we can finally hear them. Contemplating the existence of cosmic strings requires us to nurture a vibrant sense of wonder. This very drive for understanding propels us forward, urging you to challenge established knowledge and venture into the great unknown. Although abstract, these cosmic strings are a powerful testament to a universe brimming with undiscovered possibilities, ultimately presenting a new framework for comprehending our own reality. This concept encourages you to peer beyond the observable, to entertain the idea that the unknown harbors answers to questions we haven't even thought to ask. So, as you continue to look up at the stars, it's essential to remain open to everything the universe has to reveal. After all, who can say for sure that the key to our collective destiny isn't woven into one of these invisible cosmic threads? Have you ever considered an alternate reality where the fundamental laws of nature are entirely different from our own? In this discussion, we're going to explore the compelling theory of a parallel universe constructed not from matter, but from its opposite, antimatter. To grasp what this implies, you must first recall that everything familiar to us, from our homes to the trees, and even our own bodies, is composed of matter. So, what if a universe existed where every single thing was made of antimatter instead? Antimatter serves as a kind of dark reflection of matter, with every particle having a corresponding antiparticle. For instance, the negatively charged electron finds its counterpart in the positron, which carries a positive charge. When these two meet, they annihilate one another in a brilliant burst of pure energy. You can only imagine the catastrophic result if even a small amount of antimatter were to touch anything in our world. Yet, what if somewhere in the vastness of the cosmos, there is a whole universe where antimatter is the norm? This thought experiment about an antimatter realm raises some profound questions. Could life exist there? And what form might it take? Would its inhabitants be conscious of our universe, just as we are pondering theirs? Picture for a moment an advanced civilization made of antimatter, observing our world from their distant reality, perhaps asking the very same questions about us. The notion that we could be watched by a species that cannot even comprehend our form of existence is deeply unsettling. It's also fascinating to consider that such a universe might be permanently beyond our reach, as any attempt to bridge that divide would have devastating consequences for us both. While science fiction has often played with these concepts, the actual physics of antimatter is far more incredible. A crucial question remains: how could we ever detect antimatter if it is so far removed from us? Using particle accelerators, scientists have successfully created antimatter in minuscule amounts, but searching for it in the universe is like trying to find a specific grain of sand on all the world's beaches. Occasionally, astronomers detect bursts of gamma radiation, which could signal a collision between matter and antimatter somewhere in deep space. However, it's difficult to know for certain. Is this genuine evidence of an antimatter realm, or is it merely a phenomenon that our current understanding of the cosmos is too limited to properly explain? The idea of an antimatter universe also prompts deep philosophical reflection. If another reality exists, does it suggest our own lives are just one tiny facet of what is possible? The feeling of being alone in our quest for knowledge can be profound, yet the thought that others, however different, might be out there can be a source of comfort for our inquisitive minds. However, this concept of a parallel world can also be deeply unnerving. What would be the outcome if humanity ever developed a means to travel between these universes? A meeting of matter and antimatter would be an unparalleled disaster. As researchers continue to study the properties of antimatter, the inherent risk of accidental contact serves as a stark reminder of how fragile our own existence truly is. As we delve into these ideas, you can't help but wonder about the consequences of an encounter with antimatter beings. Communication would present a staggering challenge, given that their very biology and methods of thought could be radically different from our own. Perhaps the first thing they would ask is what it even means to be alive in a world like ours, where life itself might be based on completely alien principles. Moreover, think of the impact this would have on our grasp of physics. The study of antimatter on a cosmic scale could unlock answers to fundamental questions about the universe's composition and the true nature of reality. If a parallel antimatter universe were ever confirmed, it would completely reshape our perception of the cosmos and our own place within its grand design. While exploring this possibility, it's vital to recognize that science is progressing at an incredible pace. Each new breakthrough in physics and cosmology moves us closer to unraveling the universe's greatest mysteries. Antimatter could just be one of many astonishing discoveries that await us in the limitless expanse of space. The universe, with its intricate structure and profound puzzles, beckons us to keep exploring. It's possible that with future technological and scientific advancements, we will solve not only the riddles of matter, but also the secrets of its counterpart. Until then, the mere concept of antimatter reminds us that there is so much more to learn, and that the cosmos is filled with surprises yet to be unveiled. Ultimately, the potential for a parallel universe made of antimatter is a humbling reminder of how little we genuinely understand. It compels us to challenge our assumptions and to maintain that essential spark of curiosity. After all, it is this very curiosity that fuels our drive to explore, to learn, and to uncover the unknown, even in the most remote corners of existence. So, what other wonders might be concealed within the boundless cosmos? The phenomenon of quantum tunneling, for instance, is as captivating as it is strange. Can you picture a single particle managing to pass straight through a solid barrier that, according to all the rules of classical physics, should be absolutely impossible to overcome? This is precisely what unfolds in the quantum world, where the governing principles are profoundly different from what you experience daily. In this peculiar domain, particles are not merely tiny spheres. They exhibit wave-like behaviors and can exist in numerous locations simultaneously. What if I proposed that, within this framework, the impossible can actually happen? Quantum tunneling is a phenomenon that permits particles to pass directly through barriers. Picture a mountain that appears insurmountable. In your world, if you lack the energy for the climb, you simply won't reach the peak. In the quantum realm, however, a particle can essentially vanish from one side of that mountain and instantly materialize on the other, a concept that challenges your intuition and compels a new perspective on reality. This quantum trait isn't just an oddity of nature. It carries deep significance across the cosmos. For instance, the sun is able to shine because of quantum tunneling. Inside its core, under extreme conditions, hydrogen nuclei manage to overcome their mutual repulsion and fuse together, a process made possible only by tunneling through the energy barrier. Without this effect, the existence of life as you know it would be impossible. Quantum tunneling may also hold implications for how you perceive time. Some scientists have theorized that, under specific circumstances, it could enable information to move in ways you don't yet grasp. Could this eventually lead to a model of the universe where time isn't a straight line, but a web of interconnected possibilities? The questions that emerge from this are as captivating as they are unnerving. Did you know that in the quantum world, reality itself can be changed just by being observed? This effect is known as the uncertainty principle, which dictates that you cannot know a particle's exact position and its exact velocity at the same time. In a way, this means the simple act of observation directly influences how particles behave. The notion that your own consciousness could shape reality might seem like something out of science fiction, yet in quantum mechanics, it is a genuine possibility. The repercussions of quantum tunneling also reach beyond the field of physics. What if you were to apply this principle to your own life? Imagine having a dream that feels completely out of reach, with barriers that seem to block your every move. Could you discover a method to tunnel through these challenges, just as quantum particles do? This concept of surmounting seemingly impassable obstacles can serve as a potent metaphor for your own existence. Consider also the link between quantum tunneling and the fundamental nature of the universe. Some theories propose that the universe itself might undergo dramatic structural shifts, much like a particle tunneling between different states. Imagine a point in the distant future where the universe tunnels into a completely different state of being, rewriting the physical laws you currently understand. This could usher in an entirely new paradigm, where the established rules of existence are unpredictably altered. Scientists are relentlessly investigating quantum tunneling, aiming to grasp its various manifestations and uncover what more it can reveal about the cosmos. Human curiosity is the engine that drives us into the unknown, and each new insight in this area brings us one step closer to solving the universe's great puzzles. Yet, with every answer we find, a host of new questions arises. Are you prepared for what might be discovered? Quantum mechanics also provides lessons on the essence of reality itself, a universe where absolute certainty is a fiction, and the potential for what can be is limitless. What is your role in this immense cosmic picture? The thought that each decision you make could forge a new reality, as if you are tunneling through a barrier into another dimension of possibility, is both thrilling and daunting. Throughout history, various cultures have touched upon similar ideas. In Eastern philosophy, the concept that reality is shaped by our perception aligns closely with the principles of quantum mechanics. From this viewpoint, quantum tunneling is more than a physical event. It's an invitation to contemplate how you interpret your own path through life. As our scientific knowledge grows, it becomes clear just how much remains undiscovered. Every breakthrough in quantum physics has the potential to reshape your entire understanding of reality. Are you standing at the threshold of a new intellectual era that will present the universe in a completely different light? The exploration of quantum tunneling represents just one component of a much larger, intricate puzzle. With each question we pose, we venture deeper into the cosmic mystery. It serves as a reminder that while you may feel insignificant in the vastness of space, your questions carry immense power. They compel us to chase answers, explore the unknown, and stand in awe of existence's complexity. In this quest, quantum tunneling becomes emblematic of the human spirit, to search, to discover, and to never cease wondering about the world around you. So, as you gaze upon the boundless universe and its enigmas, remember that you, like the particles that defy barriers, can find ways to transcend your own limitations. In a reality where the extraordinary can manifest, curiosity is your greatest instrument for navigating infinity. The splendor of the cosmos is an enigma that envelops us all, and hidden within this veil of uncertainty is a profoundly unsettling idea, the cosmic graveyard. This concept forces us to consider whether the remnants of long-dead civilizations linger in the deepest, darkest corners of space. What does such an idea truly imply? Picture an enormous library filled with books composed in a language you can't decipher. This library symbolizes the histories of civilizations that once flourished, but, for one reason or another, ultimately vanished. Human history offers many examples of societies that have disappeared, from the Maya to the people of Easter Island. Technology may progress, but life remains fragile. If this is a recurring pattern on our own world, what might have transpired across the universe? Have you ever considered how many advanced civilizations might have come before ours, and what wisdom we could gain from their stories? As we journey through the cosmos, you can picture planets that once thrived, their cities aglow beneath alien stars. Today, those worlds are just shadows of their former glory, frozen wastelands or hostile domains where an overwhelming silence reigns, forcing us to confront the delicate nature of existence and question our own security from a similar destiny. Now, let's explore the remnants these cultures might have left. Is it possible that their technologies, their creations, or even their final messages have endured across the ages? Imagine an ancient satellite in some remote corner of the galaxy, still orbiting a dead planet, safeguarding the history of a long-vanished people. What could they teach us? Perhaps they would offer a stark warning about the perils of self-destruction. The quest for these traces is an expedition that goes beyond all known frontiers. Scientists are relentlessly scanning the heavens for indications of life on other worlds. But what if the life we're seeking has already vanished? It's possible we are peering into the distant past, not looking toward the future. The search for extraterrestrial intelligence could, in fact, be a hunt for ghosts, the echoes of those who preceded us on the cosmic stage. Every star you observe in the night sky could be a sun that once nurtured a planet teeming with activity. However, it might also serve as a cautionary signal, a reminder that our time is finite. What if the universe is filled with planets that, much like our own, were given a chance and ultimately failed? This is a terrifying prospect, but it also underscores the urgent need to protect our home and our civilization. This isn't just about survival. It's about our conduct. The choices we make and the actions we take can have repercussions that extend far beyond our comprehension. Past civilizations may have encountered challenges much like ours, and their collapse could have been the direct outcome of their decisions. Are we fated to make the same errors? Consider a scenario in the near future where we uncover the ruins of a highly advanced culture. What would happen if we found technology capable of revolutionizing our understanding of the universe? Would we apply this new knowledge with wisdom, or would we succumb to the same pitfalls that led to their demise? This is a profound dilemma that forces us to confront our very nature. The concept of a cosmic graveyard also brings up the profound question of our solitude in the universe. Every time you gaze at the heavens, you likely ask, is anyone else out there? But what if the real answer is that they were here, and now they are gone? If we could only hear them, what narratives would they share? The perceived loneliness of the cosmos might just be the reverberating silence of civilizations that have ceased to be. The concept of a cosmic graveyard also brings up the profound question of our solitude in the universe. Every time you gaze at the heavens, you likely ask, is anyone else out there? But what if the real answer is that they were here, and now they are gone? If we could only hear them, what narratives would they share? The perceived loneliness of the cosmos might just be the reverberating silence of civilizations that have ceased to be. As we venture beyond our own solar system, we discover worlds that might have once been habitable. Celestial bodies like Mars and Europa show potential for having harbored life in the past. Are we, in effect, exploring the graveyards of beings who once walked upon their surfaces? Each space mission we launch could be one more step toward unearthing these lost histories. Ultimately, Contemplating this cosmic graveyard forces us to consider the legacy we wish to create. Every action we take today contributes to a chapter in the history of tomorrow. What kind of civilization do we aspire to become? While curiosity and the quest for knowledge are vital, so too is the duty to preserve our home. In the immense expanse of the universe, our existence is merely a fleeting moment. Yet within this brief span, we have the power to learn and to evolve. The next time you look up at the star-filled sky, remember that each point of light could be a warning, a reminder that life is both precious and fragile. This cosmic graveyard is an open invitation to reflect on our place in the universe, to learn from those who came before, and to forge a legacy that is truly worth remembering. In a cosmos teeming with mysteries, our search for answers must be relentless. The void of the universe, this expanse that appears so tranquil and empty, may be far more volatile than we realize. Have you ever considered that the vacuum, rather than being a passive space where nothing occurs, is actually filled with potential danger? The notion that the vacuum is not as vacant as it appears introduces a disquieting thought. Perhaps there is far more at risk than we can perceive. Within this vast cosmos, the stability of the vacuum itself is a profound subject that inspires both wonder and apprehension. Scientific theory proposes that the vacuum is not simply an absence of matter, but a state of perpetual fluctuation. Each time we dismiss this, we overlook a cosmic dance that could have cataclysmic consequences. What if, in a single moment, this stability were to collapse, plunging us into a form of chaos from which there is no escape? Imagine glancing at the stars one evening, only to watch everything suddenly warp into something utterly alien to our experience. The concept of vacuum metastability events challenges our assumption that the vacuum we inhabit is a permanent state. Just as a tower of cards can be toppled by the slightest disturbance, our reality might be equally precarious. But how could such a thing happen? The answer is rooted in the fundamental properties of particles and the forces that shape our universe. If the vacuum currently exists in a lower energy state and is then struck by a fluctuation that jolts it into a higher one, it could set off a complete transformation of the very structure of space and time. Picture an overinflated balloon on the verge of popping. With each breath of air, it grows more unstable, until a tiny pinprick causes it to explode. The transition of the vacuum to an entirely new state could be just that sudden and fragile. The ramifications of such an event would be beyond our ability to imagine, impacting not just our immediate surroundings, but the entire fabric of the universe. Some theories posit that if the vacuum were to destabilize, it could spawn bubbles of new realities that would expand at the speed of light. In a flash, everything we know, and everything we are, could simply cease to exist, as if it had never been. This leads to a chilling inquiry. How can you go on with your life knowing that any moment might be your last? The concept of the vacuum as a place prone to abrupt transformations serves as a stark reminder that while your existence feels secure, it is perpetually at risk. Every new sunrise is just one more day added to the cosmic uncertainty, prompting you to ask what it truly means to be alive in a universe that could unravel at any time. Quantum physics introduces yet another layer of complexity to this contemplation, with its bizarre particle behaviors. These particles can exist in multiple states at once, often defying the logic you rely on. If the very fabric of empty space can be unstable, what other astonishing things does the universe conceal? What other truths are hidden in the shadows of reality, waiting for you to discover them? The principle of entropy becomes central to this discussion. As the universe continues its expansion, its entropy inevitably rises, signaling the gradual disappearance of order and usable energy. This process, unfolding over billions of years, forces you to re-examine the nature of time and your own existence within its flow. Could it be that, at some point, the universe's energy will completely scatter, plunging everything into a state of perpetual stillness and silence? The idea of a metastable vacuum also mirrors the notion that, despite feeling safe and secure in your daily life, a hidden danger is always present. This inherent vulnerability compels you to think about how you live, how you form connections, and how you treasure every passing second. The sheer fragility of being is a potent reminder that you must appreciate the present, as you can never be certain of what the future has in store.
The cosmos, with all its marvels and enigmas, reveals itself as a realm where stability is nothing more than an illusion. The vacuum's potential instability is proof that the unknown is constantly lurking, biding its time to unveil its secrets. Each new scientific breakthrough can unlock a door to further questions, and every one of these inquiries can guide you to a place where reality is even more staggering and unsettling than you could ever have imagined. The prospect of such a fundamental transformation in the universe pushes you to continue your exploration, to never stop asking questions, and, above all, to persist in learning. At its core, the human impulse to comprehend your place in the cosmos is a direct response to the uncertainty that envelops you. In this journey of discovery, each answer can spawn new questions, ultimately leading to a more profound understanding of the universe's complexity and beauty. So, as you gaze into the immense emptiness that surrounds us, remember that even within apparent tranquility, powerful dynamics may be hidden. In the silence of space, questions continue to reverberate, urging you to pursue the truth of a universe brimming with surprises, perils, and wonders. This is a quest that must never end, because ultimately, every one of you is a participant in this magnificent cosmic dance. In some remote corner of the universe, where logic seems to dissolve and reality challenges your comprehension, a disquieting possibility arises: the Boltzmann brain. What exactly is this baffling concept? Picture a reality where, amidst the turmoil of the quantum vacuum, random consciousnesses emerge like bubbles in an ocean of nothingness. These minds appear without any context, memories, or experiences, existing as if they were momentary flashes of awareness in the vast cosmos. The notion of the Boltzmann brain originates from statistical physics, which suggests that quantum fluctuations could lead to the spontaneous formation of a conscious mind within the vacuum. How could this be possible? Imagine a game of probability where, instead of dice or cards, the very fabric of reality is what's being gambled. In this game, any given turn might produce a consciousness that questions its own being, but possesses no past to account for its present. But what about the memories these consciousnesses might have? Consider waking up one day in a blank room, with no idea of how you arrived or even who you are. All you possess is a fleeting flicker of awareness, a spark that compels you to question the universe around you. The theory of the Boltzmann brain leads to a deeply unsettling conclusion. There may be a greater number of beings without a genuine history than those with a tangible past. This idea opens a chasm of questions concerning your own existence and makes the fragility of your reality starkly apparent. If you entertain the possibility that these consciousnesses can flash into and out of existence in an instant, you are confronted with the chance that your entire perception of time and space is merely an illusion. Are you truly here, or are you just a product of chance in an ocean of infinite possibilities?
It's conceivable
that in the far future, the majority of conscious entities in the universe will be Boltzmann brains, wandering without purpose through the cosmic expanse. The thought that your life is just a transient moment in an unending cycle of birth and death within the vacuum can be overwhelming. Yet, isn't it also exhilarating to think that even in a chaotic universe, there is a place for consciousness to emerge? The very fact of existence, no matter how short-lived, is a gift that grants you the ability to explore and to question. What if every moment you live is nothing more than a brief spark of light in a universe that is, by and large, completely dark? Pondering this concept, you might also ask, if these consciousnesses manifest without any context, could they somehow have an effect on the universe? Could these random experiences alter the very structure of reality? Perhaps, in their profound isolation, these minds are attempting to make sense of a universe that never offered them the chance to fully experience it. Could they be the silent observers of both the magnificence and the tragedy of the cosmos? The concept of the Boltzmann brain also raises questions about determinism and free will. If your life is simply the outcome of complex interactions between particles and quantum fluctuations, do you really have any control over your own destiny? The proposition that our existence is merely a product of random chance implies that life itself could be a fragile illusion, founded entirely on probability. This unsettling thought naturally leads to a deeper inquiry. Do these randomly occurring consciousnesses serve any purpose? Are they just an accidental byproduct of the universe's mechanics, or do they play some part in the grand cosmic drama? Our inherent nature drives us to seek meaning, and it's conceivable that even these isolated Boltzmann brains yearn for answers, though they are completely without the context to even form the questions. For such a consciousness, the sense of loneliness would be utterly overwhelming. Consider what happens when a mind becomes aware of its own being, but finds itself with no one else to connect with. The drive for companionship and mutual understanding is one of the most fundamental human impulses. In the void of space, however, this impulse becomes a solitary echo, a faint whisper that dissipates among the silent stars. This isolation can be as profoundly disorienting as the sudden shock of existence itself. The exploration of this topic reveals a fascinating intersection of science and philosophy. The enigmatic and uncertain world of quantum physics provides a potential framework for comprehending concepts that otherwise seem beyond our grasp. The very idea of the Boltzmann brain compels you to question not just the fabric of reality, but also your most fundamental beliefs about what it truly means to possess consciousness. Ultimately, contemplating the Boltzmann brain propels us into uncharted intellectual territory, where the relentless drive of human curiosity and the pursuit of knowledge become our primary guides. While the concept might appear grim, it also acts as a powerful reminder that any form of existence is an extraordinary and precious phenomenon. The sheer possibility that even the most isolated minds can emerge from the vast cosmic ocean encourages us to embrace uncertainty and to value every moment of our own lives. The strange beauty of this reflection is that, regardless of how fleeting our time may be, every one of us has the chance to pose questions, to investigate, and perhaps to discover our own meaning in a cosmos that can often appear indifferent. In this great quest, curiosity is the compass that steers us through the darkness, helping us find the light that glimmers across the infinite expanse. What, then, are we a part of? We are participants in a far greater mystery, one that continually challenges our comprehension as we venture into the vast unknown. The stars serve as brilliant beacons in the profound darkness of the universe, lighting our way through the immense cosmic sea. Yet, moving between them are shadows. Shadows that might be infinitely more perilous than you could ever conceive. I want to talk about rogue black holes, which are cosmic entities that drift through space like predators stalking the night. What exactly are these objects? And what kind of danger do they represent to the structure of the cosmos, and by extension, to our own survival? To begin, you need a basic understanding of what a black hole is. In its simplest terms, a black hole is a specific region in space where the pull of gravity is so powerful that absolutely nothing, not even light itself, can escape its grasp. This inescapable nature is precisely why they are called black holes. They are dark because they reflect no light. But what if I were to tell you that some of these cosmic behemoths are not anchored in one place, but instead roam freely, much like a hunter seeking its next meal? Picture yourself on a boat, adrift in the middle of a vast ocean. In the distance, you spot a storm brewing on the horizon. You're aware that this storm could unleash fierce winds and colossal waves, yet you have no way of knowing its precise location or when it might reach you. This scenario closely mirrors the behavior of rogue black holes. They are exceptionally difficult to track, and their arrival can be catastrophic, striking when you are least prepared. So, where do these wandering black holes originate? A great number of them are born from the death of colossal stars. After a star has burned through all its fuel, it collapses in on itself under its own immense weight, giving rise to a black hole. Following this event, gravitational tugs of war with other stars or black holes can violently eject some of these newly formed objects from their home galaxies. They are then set adrift as cosmic nomads, destined to wander the endless void of space. This reality naturally leads to a critical question. What would happen if a rogue black hole were to drift into our solar system? To grasp the scale of such an event, think of a more familiar disaster. Imagine a powerful tornado tearing through your town, tossing homes and trees aside with a force you are powerless to resist. A close encounter with a black hole would be similar, but on an unimaginable cosmic scale. As it neared our solar system, its profound gravitational influence could warp the orbits of all the planets, including our own. But should you be concerned about an immediate threat? The reassuring news is that the universe is so incomprehensibly vast that the chances of a rogue black hole colliding with Earth are exceptionally low. Still, the mere knowledge of their existence is a stark reminder of just how fragile our place in the cosmos truly is. It forces you to confront a reality where one single, random cosmic encounter could fundamentally alter the entire trajectory of human history. When you gaze up at the night sky, it is easy to feel a sense of security. The stars appear to twinkle calmly, fixed in their celestial positions. The reality, however, is that everything you see is in a state of perpetual motion. Stars are moving, galaxies are spinning, and black holes are journeying through the void. This grand cosmic ballet serves as a powerful reminder that the stability we perceive is merely an illusion, and that chaos might be lurking much closer than we think. Beyond a direct impact, what are the secondary effects of a rogue black hole's passage? As one of these objects draws near other celestial bodies, it can set off a chain of devastating events. For instance, it could ensnare a passing star, violently stripping away its matter. This stolen material would then form a brilliant swirling accretion disk around the black hole, which would emit incredibly intense radiation, lethal to any nearby life forms that happen to be in its path. The presence of rogue black holes forces us to ask profound questions about our position in the universe. If these objects are so dangerous and so challenging to find, What other hidden threats might be concealed in the darkness between the stars? Could there be entirely different types of cosmic entities that we have not yet even begun to imagine? It is our innate human curiosity that compels us to search for these answers, even when the potential truths are deeply unsettling. While science has made incredible strides in detecting black holes by observing their gravitational effects on nearby stars with telescopes and other instruments, there remains so much that we simply do not know. The enigmatic quality of these phenomena, however, makes the entire process exceptionally complex, as each discovery tends to generate new questions, and often even greater mysteries. Ultimately, the reality of rogue black holes compels you to consider the fragility of our own being. It highlights that while the cosmos is immense and seemingly ripe with possibilities, it is equally filled with hidden dangers, reminding you that despite all our technological and scientific progress, we are merely a minor component of a much larger and often untamable whole. As you and I continue to investigate and understand the cosmos, keeping our curiosity sharp is absolutely vital. What other secrets might the universe unveil to us? Is it possible for us to develop ways to defend against threats that we cannot even perceive? Every solution we uncover seems to only guide us toward new inquiries, and it is precisely this unending pursuit that propels us forward. The existence of these wandering black holes is therefore not just a cautionary tale about cosmic perils, but also a call to venture into the unknown. In this quest for knowledge, every single breakthrough has the capacity to fundamentally alter your perception of reality and your significance within the universe. The chronicle of our cosmos is rich with unexpected turns, and each of you contributes a role to this perpetual narrative. Within this vast expanse, where stars punctuate the darkness and planets perform their celestial dance, a phenomenon exists that evokes both profound wonder and deep-seated fear: the collision of neutron stars. But what exactly are these events, and why do they hold such importance? To better grasp the universe you inhabit, try to picture two colossal metal spheres, each possessing the mass of our sun, drawing inexorably toward one another. These objects are so incredibly dense that a mere spoonful of their substance would have the same weight as an elephant. This is the very nature of neutron stars, the final destiny for stars that have depleted their nuclear fuel. When these titans finally clash, the resulting explosion is so powerful that its light can be witnessed from billions of light-years away. At the instant of impact, something extraordinary occurs. The neutron stars don't simply merge, they unleash gravitational waves, which are ripples in the very fabric of spacetime that propagate at the speed of light. You can imagine the universe itself vibrating from the sheer energy of these cosmic behemoths colliding. It is comparable to casting a pebble into a still pond, but on a scale that truly staggers the imagination. A collision between neutron stars is not a frequent spectacle. In fact, estimations suggest that in our own galaxy, the Milky Way, such an event might only happen a couple of times every 1,000 years. Yet, when one of these cosmic cataclysms does take place, scientists are able to detect its echo through telescopes specifically engineered to sense gravitational waves. This brings us to a compelling question. What can these waves teach you about the universe? By analyzing these collisions, astronomers gain insights into the creation of heavy elements like gold and platinum, materials that, incidentally, are present in the jewelry you might wear. The moment of impact is also a moment of profound transformation. The ensuing explosion releases a staggering quantity of energy, much like a single spark in a fireworks factory setting off a chain reaction of brilliant bursts across the sky. This light is not merely a visual display. It provides critical clues about how matter behaves under the most extreme conditions. Through the observation of these events, scientists can rigorously test our fundamental theories of physics and the ultimate nature of the universe. But what are the direct consequences of such collisions? The energy unleashed is so immense that it can sometimes forge a completely new celestial object, a kilonova. This phenomenon shares similarities with a supernova, but is distinct in its origin and character. While a supernova marks the death of a single massive star, a kilonova is the spectacular outcome of two neutron stars merging, creating a cosmic firework that can illuminate space for several days. This type of collision is not just a singular event, but a crucial part of a much wider cosmic cycle, inviting you to reflect on the nature of time and the universe's evolution. If neutron stars can merge to create new elements, how does that relate to your own existence? The truth is, every atom within your body and every fragment of gold on Earth originated from cosmic processes that unfolded over billions of years. In a very real sense, you are a product of these ancient collisions, directly linked to events that transpired light years away. The gravitational waves produced by these mergers also grant us a window into the distant past. They reveal a universe in a state of perpetual change, where acts of immense destruction are simultaneously sources of new creation. This leads to the question of how you can apply this knowledge to better comprehend your own position in the cosmos. By studying these phenomena, scientists are not only solving cosmic puzzles, but also tracing the history of our own origins. However, this cosmic story also possesses a more menacing aspect. The sheer violence of neutron star collisions carries inherent risks. Should such an event occur sufficiently close to our planet, the consequences could be devastating. The flood of energy released could potentially disrupt our atmosphere and profoundly impact life as you know it. Although such a scenario is highly improbable, it serves as a stark reminder of how fragile our existence truly is in a universe governed by incomprehensible forces. Neutron star collisions are a testament to the fact that the cosmos is brimming with surprises. Each discovery seems to bring forth new questions, and every answer uncovers deeper layers of mystery. Are you truly prepared to confront what we might discover in the years to come? Science continues its advance, yet it is always shadowed by the uncertainty of the unknown. Each collision, each explosion, and each gravitational wave is a new chapter in a universal story that is still being written. And these events will serve as beacons in the dark as we continue our exploration. Ultimately, the story of these collisions mirrors our own search for answers in a universe filled with both wonder and terror. They will guide our quest for knowledge and a deeper understanding of everything around us. What else awaits you in the future? The answer, as it always has been, is hidden within the vast and enigmatic cosmos that envelops us. Have you ever wondered what a magnetar is and why it should capture your attention? You can think of it as a neutron star, which is already astoundingly dense, but with the added feature of a magnetic field more powerful than anything else discovered in the cosmos. These cosmic objects are so extreme that their energy emissions can literally warp the fabric of the space surrounding them. So, how do these phenomena come into being? And what do they mean for us? Magnetars are born from the explosive death of a massive star in a supernova, an event that occurs when the star depletes its fuel and collapses under its own immense gravity. This process crushes its core into a neutron star, an object so compressed that just a single spoonful of its material would outweigh the entire human population. When you combine this with a magnetic field potentially 1 billion times stronger than our own planet's, you are left with an entity that is both deeply enigmatic and incredibly perilous. What might happen if a magnetar were to wander relatively close to our solar system? The possibilities are unsettling, to say the least. The colossal magnetic fields projected by these celestial bodies could influence Earth in ways we cannot fully predict. We might experience events like massive geomagnetic storms, which would devastate our communication networks, cripple our power grids, and pose a severe health risk to astronauts in orbit. Another profoundly alarming aspect of magnetars is their capacity to unleash torrents of gamma rays. These energy bursts are so incredibly potent that if one were to happen near our world, it could completely strip away the Earth's protective ozone layer. This would leave us exposed to deadly cosmic radiation, a scenario that serves as a stark reminder of our vulnerability within a vast universe filled with forces far beyond our comprehension. Deep within the core of a magnetar, matter behaves in truly bizarre ways, with particles arranging themselves into structures that defy our current understanding of physics. This anomalous state of matter raises thrilling new questions about what other phenomena might be possible under such extreme conditions. It forces us to consider how much of the unknown universe still lies waiting to be found. Researching magnetars also offers invaluable clues into the life cycles of stars and the enduring puzzle of dark matter. By observing these objects, scientists can refine their models of how stars are born and how they die, and investigate how these cosmic processes might shape the very structure of the universe. With these studies, each new answer only seems to lead to more profound questions, fueling an endless cycle of curiosity and discovery. At times, magnetars emit steady, repeating pulses of radiation, acting almost like lighthouses in the deep cosmos. This characteristic has led astronomers to categorize them as a type of pulsar, and analyzing these signals helps us to better grasp the behavior of magnetic fields on a universal scale. For us, every pulse from a magnetar provides a fresh opportunity to learn more about the fundamental laws that govern reality. The very existence of magnetars prompts us to consider more philosophical inquiries. If such powerful objects are real, what other secrets might the universe be hiding from us? Could we truly be alone in this immense expanse? Or might other forms of life be observing their own local magnetars? The idea that we are merely a tiny fragment in a cosmos teeming with uncontrollable forces is simultaneously terrifying and fascinating. Magnetars don't just put our knowledge of physics to the test, they also force us to re-evaluate our place in the cosmos. In a world where we often feel so technologically advanced and secure, these phenomena are a potent reminder of just how fragile our existence truly is. Every glance at the night sky should remind you that while the universe is breathtakingly beautiful, it is also capable of immense danger. These objects are far more than just distant curiosities. They are a testament to nature's power to both create and destroy on a scale we are only beginning to grasp. The next time you come across a new discovery about these stars, take a moment to consider its implications for our understanding of life, death, and everything in between. Each newly identified magnetar opens another chapter in our relentless quest for knowledge, pushing us to ask what other marvels await in the cosmic dark. Within the vast and enigmatic universe, there are regions where light appears to be completely swallowed, places known as the redshift desert. While the name might sound peculiar, it describes a concept that is both captivating and baffling. Can you picture a desert made not of sand, but of light itself? An area of space where electromagnetic radiation, including the light we see, gets trapped and is unable to escape. Light, in essence, is the universe's great messenger, journeying across cosmic distances to bring us information about distant stars, planets, and galaxies.
In the redshift desert, however, light runs into an impassable barrier, the relentless expansion of the universe itself. As the cosmos continues to expand, galaxies are pulled farther apart from one another, which has a direct and profound effect on the light they emit.
Have you ever considered what happens when this light gets stretched so profoundly that it simply vanishes from our view? The answer to that question takes us to a place where perpetual darkness holds sway. The redshift desert is a fundamentally hostile environment for light. The term redshift describes the phenomenon where the wavelengths of light are elongated, causing them to shift toward the red end of the electromagnetic spectrum. Imagine you are standing on a highway where all the cars are speeding away from you. The faster their departure, the more the sound of their engines seems to stretch and fade. An identical process affects the light from receding galaxies. Within this cosmic desert, light becomes a faint, distant echo, one that is not only unheard but, in many cases, entirely unseen. This realization suggests that there are vast sections of the universe we may never be able to observe, no matter how advanced our technology becomes.
You can think of our situation as being stranded on an island, encircled by an infinite ocean, with no means to chart a course into the vast unknown. This predicament presents science with a fundamental challenge. How can we possibly gain knowledge of things we are unable to observe? Our solution rests upon the tools and theoretical frameworks we develop. Astronomers employ telescopes and complex mathematical models in an attempt to grasp what exists beyond this observational boundary. Yet these approaches inherently have their own constraints, as our theories are fundamentally constructed from what we can see and quantify. The notion that there exists an immense realm of darkness, completely inaccessible to our exploration, brings up unsettling questions about our place in the cosmos. Just imagine if, within this void, we were to discover the relics of ancient civilizations, or the remnants of stars that burned out long before our own sun was born. A lack of visible light is not conclusive proof that there is no life or that nothing of consequence has ever occurred there. And you have to wonder what incredible narratives such discoveries might reveal.
When you consider the vast expanse of cosmic time, our own fragility becomes starkly apparent. Each star you see overhead might be transmitting signals from its deep past, but within the so-called redshift desert, all those potential histories fade into complete obscurity. The sheer solitude of these cosmic expanses compels us to contemplate our own standing in the universe as we search for meaning on our tiny world. As time progresses, this redshift desert is predicted to grow, suggesting that the very galaxies we can study now could one day recede into that same unobservable territory. This prospect naturally leads to a disturbing inquiry. What will become of our capacity to investigate and comprehend the cosmos in the distant future? In the face of such profound uncertainty, the redshift desert serves as a powerful metaphor for the delicate nature of human knowledge. Each breakthrough we achieve represents a minor advance, yet it seems we consistently uncover more questions than we find answers. Science undoubtedly progresses, but the fundamental mystery persists, enveloping us like an endless, dark ocean.
The significance of this cosmic void isn't just in what it symbolizes, but also in the lessons it imparts. It serves as a constant reminder that, despite our sophisticated instruments and elegant theories, there are firm boundaries to our comprehension. Our innate human curiosity is the engine that compels us to press on with exploration, even when staring into the profound blackness of this immense and enigmatic universe. The redshift desert truly pushes us to conceive of realities beyond what we can see, and to come to terms with the idea that some things may forever lie outside our grasp. As you ponder these concepts, it's crucial to recognize that the pursuit of knowledge is an unending voyage, because each question we formulate unlocks new possibilities, inviting us to venture past our current limits. So, while the redshift desert might appear utterly barren, it also serves as a testament to the fact that human curiosity is a perpetual fire that cannot be extinguished. The quest for answers is what truly forges our connection with the cosmos and gives us a sense of belonging to something far grander than ourselves. The theory known as the Big Rip transports us to a potential future where the universe's expansion escalates into a cataclysmic event. What would you think if I were to tell you that the fundamental structure of the cosmos itself could be torn asunder as easily as a piece of paper? Picture a reality where entire galaxies, individual stars, and the very atoms that constitute matter are obliterated in a single moment. The thought alone is quite terrifying, isn't it? So, how did scientists reach such a startling conclusion? This idea stems from the established observation that the universe is not only expanding, but that this expansion is actually speeding up. You can visualize it like this. Imagine you're driving a car and suddenly slam your foot on the accelerator. Everything around you would begin to recede at a rapidly increasing velocity. If you kept accelerating without restraint, you'd likely lose command of the vehicle, correct? What then does this accelerating expansion signify for the ultimate fate of the universe? Some theoretical physicists propose that if this acceleration persists, a point will be reached where the driving force behind it, a mysterious phenomenon we call dark energy, will become so dominant that it overwhelms every other fundamental force. Can you conceive of a cosmos where even the most powerful connections, like the nuclear forces binding atoms, are powerless against this runaway energy? In such a scenario, all of existence would be shredded in a cataclysm of pure chaos, as if reality were unraveling from its very core. Doesn't a prospect like this make you pause and consider just how precarious our existence is within a universe that could potentially come undone at any time? It is remarkable to note that the Big Rip is more than just speculative fiction. Scientists have uncovered evidence that points to it as a genuine possibility. Observations of supernovae and analysis of the cosmic microwave background, the faint residual heat from the Big Bang, both indicate that dark energy could be the determining factor in the universe's final chapter. If that's the case, what does it imply about our own lives? Are we simply fated to be a momentary flicker in a cosmos that is spiraling out of control? There are certainly more questions than answers. If the Big Rip is indeed unavoidable, is there anything we could possibly do? The solution may lie not in action, but in comprehension and acceptance of our position within the grand cosmic scheme. While this search might feel futile when confronting such an uncertain fate, it stands as a powerful tribute to our inherent drive to know. Every new fragment of knowledge we gather about the universe moves us one step closer to truly grasping our place within it all. Isn't it extraordinary that you can still look up and wonder, even with the colossal threat of the Big Rip looming over our cosmic future? This deep-seated curiosity is a powerful impulse that pushes humanity forward, even within a universe that might one day violently tear itself apart. Contemplating the Big Rip encourages you to cherish every experience, every relationship, and every insight gained in your quest for meaning. In the face of cosmic finality, our pursuit of knowledge becomes the very tool that allows us to confront the great unknown. The profound fragility of the cosmos is a subject that truly compels you to reflect on your own existence and the unavoidable fate of the universe you inhabit. Can the extinguishing of a single star simultaneously erase the life of an entire planet?
The answer is a definitive yes. Life in the universe is as precarious as a bubble floating in water. It may appear stable and tranquil, but it is always just a moment away from bursting and disappearing. From our very beginning, we are held in a delicate equilibrium, where any disturbance can lead to catastrophic results.
Think about black holes, those enigmatic celestial objects that devour anything that ventures too close. They serve as a constant reminder that stability is nothing more than a temporary illusion. A black hole can emerge without warning, like a thief in the cosmic night, fundamentally warping the fabric of spacetime and dissolving all the rules you thought you knew. In its presence, even a star that once burned with immense brilliance can be consumed without a trace, showing how even the brightest lights can be extinguished. Another element contributing to our precarious existence is the relentless expansion of the universe. Every day, galaxies drift further away from each other, as if they are all escaping some unseen destiny. This phenomenon raises a deeply unsettling question. What happens when the cosmos expands to the point that all matter is scattered into nothingness? The prospect of finding ourselves utterly alone, adrift in a vast, dark, and empty ocean, is a genuinely terrifying thought. Beyond this, the principle of entropy, the natural drift of all systems toward disorder, plays a critical role in our cosmic story. Over immense spans of time, everything inevitably descends into a state of chaos. Can you envision a universe where all usable energy has dissipated and every star has gone dark? This scenario may feel like something from science fiction, yet it is a real possibility that forces you to ponder the ultimate purpose of your own existence in a cosmos destined to fade away. The delicate nature of the cosmos is also mirrored in how you perceive your own place within it. You are a minuscule component of an immense and intricate network of energy and matter, a network that remains vulnerable to forces far beyond its control. The history of our universe is a grand narrative of creation and destruction, a perpetual cycle of life and death. This might serve as a potent reminder to value every moment you have in this fragile home we call Earth. Civilizations that may have existed long before ours surely left some mark on the cosmos. Yet where are they now? The absence of any clear evidence of their existence could very well be explained by the inherent fragility of life itself. It's possible that in their own search for knowledge, they were ultimately overwhelmed by the same cosmic forces we now contemplate. Their stories have faded into oblivion, their legacies reduced to mere echoes in the vast emptiness of space. As you gaze upon the starry sky, it's easy to feel overwhelmed by the sheer immensity of it all. Each point of light represents not just the splendor of creation, but also the precariousness of everything you know. In a single instant, the familiar sky you admire could be altered beyond recognition, as the universe has its own unpredictable storms. This search for answers about our place in the cosmos becomes a journey fraught with deep, anxious questions about survival and significance. So, what can you do to safeguard yourself against this cosmic fragility? How can we ensure that our own story doesn't simply dissolve into the profound silence of the universe? Recognizing our vulnerability can become a powerful catalyst, driving us to seek knowledge and explore beyond our current limitations. It is this awareness that compels us to learn, to grow, and to refuse complacency with what is already known. Ultimately, the fragility of the cosmos is a constant reminder that you must live with intention. Each day presents a new opportunity to leave a meaningful mark on the world, no matter how small it may seem. The human story is one of relentless curiosity and resilience. Despite the precariousness that surrounds us, we continue to press onward, exploring, creating, and dreaming.
This uncertainty is precisely what makes our journey so valuable as we navigate this vast and mysterious cosmos.
You see, even though the universe itself may be delicate, our enduring search for meaning and connection is what truly brings it to life. What if we were to discover that within this immense cosmic expanse, the inquiries we make are far more significant than the solutions we uncover? The pursuit of our place in the cosmos has been a persistent theme throughout human history, filling us with a mixture of awe and apprehension for the unknown, ever since we first turned our gaze to the stars. Could it be that every question we pose about the universe actually serves as a gateway to something profoundly greater? Consider curiosity as a guiding light in the immense darkness, compelling us to push forward, explore, and learn. However, this journey is invariably accompanied by a great deal of uncertainty. As you stare into the night sky, you inevitably wonder if we are the only ones here, or if other life forms might be watching us from some distant world. The unsettling truth is that we simply do not know. Yet isn't it this very ambiguity that motivates our continued exploration? Some contend that each answer we manage to secure only spawns a host of new questions in a never-ending cycle. If we finally grasp the mechanics of dark matter, we will likely just begin to ask what other enigmas exist beyond our current understanding. What if this perpetual search for answers is the very essence of what we are meant to do? The cosmos is a boundless ocean of secrets, where every star, galaxy, and shadowy corner could hold information that completely reshapes our perception of reality. Imagine for a moment that each answer we discover is like a single wave washing ashore. As it pulls back, it uncovers new shells and hidden treasures on the sand. In the same way, every scientific breakthrough draws us closer to understanding our surroundings, while simultaneously igniting even deeper curiosity. This quest for knowledge is not merely an intellectual exercise. It is an emotional odyssey that links us to our history, to those who came before, and to the generations that will follow. In the process of uncovering the universe's secrets, we also reveal something essential about ourselves. Isn't our deep-seated need to comprehend the cosmos rooted in a desire to find our own sense of belonging within the vastness of existence? Contemplating the fragility of the cosmos also forces us to confront our own. In a universe where everything from colliding stars to the stability of the vacuum can change in an instant, we are reminded of just how small we are. Yet, there is a certain freedom in this vulnerability. It serves as a powerful reminder that every moment is precious, and that each new discovery represents a victory on our collective journey. Think of each question you ask as a stone tossed into a still pond, with the resulting ripples representing the consequences of your curiosity. Every answer, every fresh discovery, is a new wave carrying with it more questions and more mysteries to solve. Perhaps the goal shouldn't be to find definitive conclusions, but rather to learn to embrace the universe's complexity and uncertainty, because the true value is found within the process itself. As we reflect on our existence, we face the reality that we will never possess all the answers. But maybe that isn't a limitation. Perhaps it is an opportunity. Curiosity is the engine that drives us to learn, discover, and evolve. So, what new questions will emerge on our path? And what will be the next great frontiers for seekers of knowledge to cross?
The search for answers is the common thread weaving through every field of science, from physics to biology, connecting us across cultures and generations. Every breakthrough stands as a testament to our perseverance and insatiable curiosity. When you next look up at the star-filled sky, remember that each point of light symbolizes a mystery,
a question that is simply waiting to be asked. Ultimately, this pursuit is not just an intellectual challenge, but a spiritual one, inviting us to contemplate our own lives and our profound connection to the universe. Are you prepared to accept that this search may never end, and that, at our core, it is the act of questioning that truly defines who we are? Facing the unknown with courage and wonder is what makes us human. And as our exploration continues, we must never lose sight of the profound beauty found in asking why. You exist in a precarious balance, with life flourishing even as dangers loom on all sides. This reality raises a fundamental question about your own existence. Should you live cautiously in fear, or embrace each passing moment with a sense of gratitude? Your natural curiosity can feel like both a gift and a curse, driving you toward answers while simultaneously forcing you to confront deep uncertainty. Frequently, the solutions you uncover only deepen the mystery, proving more perplexing than the questions that sparked your search. So, is knowledge truly a beacon that illuminates your path, or can it cast a shadow that obscures your way? In this quest, possessing all the answers is not the ultimate goal. There are times when the questions themselves hold more significance than any truth you might grasp. The very heart of both science and philosophy beats with the rhythm of exploration, fueled by the innate desire to comprehend the world around you. Isn't it this relentless drive that truly defines our shared humanity? As you venture into the unknown, it is vital that you maintain an open perspective, as every new piece of information has the power to upend your most cherished beliefs. And yet, there is an inherent beauty in this intellectual challenge. For the capacity to adapt and reconsider is what has propelled human progress for centuries. Your curiosity also serves as a powerful unifying force. By sharing your questions and breakthroughs, you build bridges with others, finding comfort in the knowledge that, despite all differences, we are all fellow seekers in this vast universe. The search for knowledge is not a solitary pursuit. It is a collective journey that binds us together. On this shared path, you must never underestimate the profound importance of wonder. That sense of awe you feel when faced with the unknown can be a limitless source of inspiration. Consider how many times you have looked up at the night sky, felt dwarfed by its sheer immensity, and then been overcome with a powerful urge to understand it all. This feeling is the engine of discovery. The entire story of humanity is rich with examples of how curiosity has led to monumental breakthroughs. From the earliest mariners who courageously sailed past the horizon, to the scientists who unraveled the secrets of the atom, every advance was propelled by an insatiable need to know more. This same pursuit also teaches a crucial lesson in humility. Confronted by a universe so vast and complex, it is easy to become arrogant. But each new mystery serves as a potent reminder that we are but a small fragment of a much greater reality. Exploring the cosmos, with its blend of profound mysteries and unsettling truths, invites you to reflect on your own existence and consider what kind of legacy your discoveries will leave for those who come after. As you move forward on this journey of endless discovery, remember to appreciate the process itself. Curiosity is an unending road, with each new turn revealing something thrilling and unexpected. The true reward, then, is the ability to marvel at what you find along the way. In the end, while the universe may seem like a daunting place, it is also brimming with opportunities for growth and learning. Let your curiosity be the compass that guides you on this expedition, and do not allow the fear of the unknown to halt your progress. Fresh questions are waiting to be asked, and countless answers are yet to be found. The adventure has only just begun,
and you have a vital role to play in this cosmic narrative.